Y'all can't hear the fan, right? No, we cool. We cool. Alright, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Everything wrong with Spider-Man in 11 minutes or less. One of y'all requested this, so this shit is 12 minutes and 39 seconds, first of all, so that's some bullshit. Second of all, I'm probably gonna be kind of like defensive about it. I ain't gonna hold y'all, you know? I'm gonna be honest, because this is my childhood. Like, I fuck with this. So, like, I'm probably gonna try and defend the movie, so I just, you know, disclosure kind of thing. They better not be on some bullshit, because this is my childhood right here. I fuck with Toby. Spoiler.
Who am
Yeah.
I? You sure you want to know? We haven't even met yet.
One's missing.
How did this ask?
Wait, what?
You sure you want?
What?
Who am I? You sure you want to know? We haven't even met yet.
Okay, no, fuck you. No, that take that off right now, you dumbass. Nah.
Missing.
Take that off.
How did this asshole get out? Genetic super spider builds drunken web.
I guess the researchers are working on that one.
Because that's what they do when they remove spiders. Instead of taking the little glass box thing that they're in for easy transport, they scoop them out with a mason jar and then go do research on them.
Parker,
There's one sin there. There's one.
let's do it.
F***ing genetically enhanced spider bit my f***ing hand. I know where your missing spider is. You think maybe I should get f*** it. Helpful Science Museum screen gives
Okay,
a
there's-
rundown of the powers Peter Parker will now receive. Also, Sony product placement in a Sony movie. Come on, guys.
Spider sense. Speed.
Stop double dipping. Guy who will soon become an accidental
Wait, he said
product
what?
placement in a Sony movie.
Precognition. Combined pro.
Come on, guys, stop double dipping. Guy who will soon become an accidental supervillain, conveniently already working on supervillainy things prior to the transformation.
Violence, aggression, and insanity.
You diagnosed insanity in a rat?
Norman, the General gave the go-ahead to request
Alright, two. Maybe three.
exoskeleton design.
Because that's what we normally do in situations like this, tell you exactly where your money is going if you fail and who you can get revenge on later.
I'm already on my ass, mate. When the plant's senior electrician is laid off after 35 years, what else would you call it?
Holy clunky exposition, Batman. Funhouse mirror Tobey Maguire. Guy
I didn't
who will
get that
soon
one.
become an accidental superhero, conveniently already making drawings and doodles of superhero-y things. Large, alarming spider bite was not on Peter's right hand when he came home, conveniently disguised so that his aunt and uncle couldn't see it, I guess. Also, these symptoms waited all day to manifest until Peter got home.
Combining the genetic information from all...
Convenient audio flashback handholds the audience through the complicated fact that Peter's bite from a super spider is affecting him. You know, Norman Osborn may be a genius,
It's not a man.
but he's still like
Man, what the
50
fuck?
years behind Stanley
Nah.
Tucci, scientist from Captain America in the area of super soldier serum.
You know what? Look, the way this shit's going, it looks like there's gonna be a lot of this. So I'm not. Look, I'm just. I ain't gonna talk back. I ain't gonna talk shit. Just whenever I think they make a valid point, I'm gonna just, you know. I think right now they had like 3. Not 16.
Research.
Let me reschedule with the proper medical staff and a volunteer. I mean, if you just give me 2 weeks.
It takes 2 weeks to get that kind of staff? That's just long enough to be pointless. Scientist running out of time and funding tests his theories on himself cliché. Wait, was that one of the abilities the helpful screen told us about? Because I don't see amazing vision on this list, but I guess you can't have a superhero with glasses or contacts, that would just be stupid. Stalking. There's no black Mustang in front of this bus in this shot, but in the next shot, somehow one arrives ahead of the bus.
Dr. Strom is dead. They found his body this morning in the lab.
Unfortunately, billion-dollar defense contractor Oscorp has no cameras or site sign-in security features to determine who might have been at the lab at the time of Dr. Strom's death.
Son of a
Mary
bitch.
Jane is
Alright.
some kind of danger cliche. Mary Jane just happens to slip right in front of Peter so we can see some of his new abilities. Also, everything that lands on this tray just sticks there without bouncing or obeying any of the laws of motion.
This scene was hard. Nah, I don't care. I do not care. You know how many times I try to do this shit? I did this a couple times. I ain't gonna hold you. Like,
Mary Jane
no-
is in some kind of danger.
apparently
cliche.
they.
Mary
I'm pretty sure they did like dummy takes of this. Like, I'm pretty sure this is legit.
Jane just happens
Although,
to slip right in front
it
of
does
Peter
look
so we
kinda
can see
weird.
Some of his new abilities. Also, everything that lands on this tray just sticks there without bouncing or obeying any of the laws of motion. Because
It doesn't. I'm pretty sure I heard it somewhere. That's actually real. Like, it took a couple times. Like, yeah, it took a couple tries, but they got it. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure.
spider powers can also change
Cannot rule. You cannot ruin that scene for me.
scientific principles.
Go fuck yourself.
Nobody fucking notices this.
Okay,
All the authorities
fine.
in this school are all outside smoking right now, apparently. Before Peter punches Flash, the crowd circle is completely closed in around him. But when he punches him, Flash goes flying, there's an instantaneous large gap for him to fly through. But in all honesty, Harry and MJ should be smashed like bowling pins. Rubber Peter. Sony saved approximately $2,000 by reusing this same POV shot over the laundry alley twice within 7 seconds. Nobody fucking notices this. Amateur wrestling ad offers the right amount of money that Peter needs to buy a shitty car. Peter webs the Dr. Pepper can, and then the lamp, and then there's a knock on the door. Hello, Aunt May, and now there's webs all over the fucking place for some reason? Aunt May should totally have been able to see all these webs right here. Also, that lamp he just destroyed is back on the shelf, somehow.
You start fights at school? I didn't start that fight.
Did
Fuck.
Peter get in trouble for that fight? I don't recall any teachers or authority figures within a 10-mile radius of that fight.
Yeah, he just dipped right
I
after,
saw that
right?
happen off-screen, but on-screen, no one gave a shit.
And I know I'm not your father.
Then stop pretending to be.
You're not my father, cliche. Shady Wrestling League only uses verbal consent instead of actual legal signed consent.
That's a cute outfit. Did your husband give it to you?
That's racist. Jesus, really?
What?
They actually want to murder people with these things? I would also point out that this wrestling bigwig guy should totally remember and recognize Peter once Spider-Man hits the news, but again, they didn't take his signature or even his name, so...
Oh,
besides,
yeah.
the amateur wrestling operation, that's where I'll make my score.
What the hell's the matter with you? You let him go!
Cop reprimands citizen for not doing cop's job.
Cop
Eddie
ribbon!
randomly shoots and kills Uncle Ben out of all the people in New York City. Just a question, are there any superhero movies where the hero's parents or guardians don't die? Car crash
I know
head
there
on
is.
into a steel gate does nothing to hurt the driver. The robber lost his gun here. That's why he pulled out this stupid knife. But then when Peter kicks him, he suddenly has a gun again. Also, this must have surprised him too.
Oh,
because
wow,
he doesn't
okay, yeah,
use it
that's
on
facts.
Spider-Man with a clear shot. The police who were
Wait,
right
wait,
on the
okay,
case-
okay, I'll give him this one. Okay, fine, fuck it, whatever.
This must have surprised him too, because he doesn't even use it on Spider-Man with a clear shot. The police, who were right on this f***er's tail when he arrived at this abandoned building, take forever to find him, allowing Peter to have his revenge. Peter remembers this wrong. Bullshit pipe causes thief to trip and fall through a window so that morally Spider-Man gets his vengeance but didn't straight up kill a guy. The NYPD called on a cop boat to help take down one asshole. Nobody bothered to call Aunt May during all this?
My father got the place in New York, so we're all set this fall.
Odd choice of words. Aren't you already in New York? Or are you doing that Martin Scorsese thing in Quiz Show where Queens is not New York? Unwanted touch in this shot, but not so touchy-feely in the next shot. This article copy-pastes 8 lines of the story from the left column to the right, because no one at Sony had time to write more than a total of 15 lines for the fake news article. Also, Sean Young? Wasn't it John Young in the last article? NYPD fired their spokesperson over this Spider-Man shit? Damn.
He stinks, and I don't like him.
Average, everyday YouTube commenter. He's leaving notes now? What is he, Iron Monkey?
We sold out 4 printings.
Dude trying to convince obvious bottom line motivated guy the front page story is good waits until the very end to drop his best piece of evidence. Also, we in the audience get to spend a few more seconds in the ADHD funhouse that is J. Jonah Jameson's newspaper office.
The drawer was short $6.
Even though Mary Jane left the diner quite a while ago and was out of sight, her asshole boss somehow expected to see her standing out here and give this embarrassing ultimatum in front of Peter.
Maybe you'll tell me who she is.
Norman plays the pronoun game so that Peter has to ask who the hell he's talking about. Peter gives away his identity with a series of photographs so good, so varied, and so up close and personal that even a child would know that only Spider-Man himself could have taken them. Geez, a movie with this much CGI can't bother to remove the ING Lion logos from the Oscorp building?
After the...
Oh, fuck. Alright. Oh, man. You know what, I know, like, in Suicide Squad, I was talking about, like, DC and how they're kind of slow. I mean, look, this movie was way back. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Maybe just movie directors, period, are, like, fucking slow. Like, this movie's still great. Okay? Fuck you.
World Unity Festival.
Let's hear it for Macy Gray!
See, this is what happens when you book a music act for your movie immediately after their debut single, but before actually waiting to see if they'll be a long-lasting star or just fade back into musical obscurity. I mean, honestly, at this point, Macy Gray is probably more well-known for being in this movie than for that Try to Say Goodbye and I Choke song, right?
I don't
He
even
starts
know.
taking
Yeah, I don't know.
pictures for no reason at all, and
I
somehow
don't know.
lands on Harry and Mary Jane. Then Harry spots Peter in the crowd below. That's some sinful bullshit right there. I know he's getting revenge on the Oscorp people, but is he so mad that he'll potentially bomb his son? Mary
No,
Jane isn't some kind of-
nah, but he doesn't know. He doesn't record his shit. He doesn't record his shit. So, ha! Fuck you. Nah, yeah, he doesn't. Yeah. Yeah.
The danger cliche. What's the bigger sin? The terrible aim of the high-tech next-gen glider and its pilot, or the fact that no random citizens were harmed during this machine gun chase? Subway bandits strike again. Where was Spider-Man during that shit?
You should know I'm crazy about her. It's just, you know, you never made a move.
Bro code violation in all 50 states, fucker. I guess Peter's Spider.
Yo, I think a little fucking shit came out. Wait, no, I don't think it did, but I felt some. I mean, you ask, you know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all hold me, like, you know, a little pussy, and it's like, I'm not gonna do it. It's like, then you have to ask at least, you know, be like, look, man. And, like, honestly, if you're, like, a good person, you should be like, you know what, I ain't even go ask. But, you know what I mean? If you just really, you're just like, damn, at least ask. You know what I mean? And if he says no, then I don't know, you shouldn't have asked. No, I'm just playing. Nah, if homie says no, then it's a no-go, you know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of other chicks out there. I don't know why I started talking about that shit. Anyways.
Eddie Sense just took a day off, didn't it?
Who's the photographer who takes the pictures of Spider-Man?
So Peter gets money for taking pictures of Spider-Man, but he's not credited in the paper for taking them?
You're an amazing creature, Spider-Man.
Jeez, we're only in the first movie and
that was a good scene.
Already trying to team up with someone.
Or we could destroy, cause the deaths of countless innocents in selfish battle again and again and again until we're both dead.
Or you could just kill Spider-Man now. Green Goblin allows time for Spider-Man to think about teaming up rather than demanding an answer now, which would make the decision to kill him a lot easier should he say no.
They said I needed acting lessons.
Urge to make snarky remark so strong right now. 1975 New York City decides to assault Mary Jane. Mary Jane is in some kind of danger cliche. Whoa, this suddenly turned into the best movie ever. Seriously?
I never noticed that. I will run it back. I don't give a fuck.
Cliche. Whoa, this suddenly turned into the best movie ever. Seriously?
Yo.
No time for the mask at all? Also, wait a minute. He clearly had the mask on when he was on the rooftops a minute ago. I guess he lost it? Masks are always just slipping off people's faces these days. Look, maybe it's...
Yo, I never noticed that scene, bro. I dare homies.
All I know is there appear to be a lot of street lamps on around here, and MJ should totally see Peter's face right now. Man, he managed to put that mask on more quickly than he lost it.
You have a knack for getting in trouble.
Mary Jane doesn't recognize Spider-Man's obvious Peter Parker voice. Scene does not contain an upside-down lap dance. Okay, so what were the responsible adults who were watching the baby doing when the building caught fire? Special effects are special. Did this need to be a surprise? Why didn't Green Goblin just fly around the city and throw a bomb or two to draw Spider-Man out? Also, this must be the only thing happening in New York City right now. Green Goblin took a...
This movie's how old? I never noticed that. In that alley. Oh no, wow, that kind of just... Like, my childhood, it just kind of, like, shifted a little bit. Like, my childhood memories, like, I never noticed... I think that would have, like, if I noticed that as a kid, if I wasn't so focused on Spider-Man, that would have played a big difference in my upcoming, I feel like. Like, if I noticed, I would have been like, yo, what are those? I mean, I'm talking about Spider-Man's moves, by the way, not nothing else.
The risk that the subway bandits wouldn't be striking again at this hour.
That's the first time I noticed them bitches. I promise you that. That was insane.
Oh my god, what the hell is this? Green Goblin threw a bomb earlier that turned people into skeletons. Not to mention those other really effective, just plain explodey bombs he threw before that. But now in a cramped space, Goblin throws this bull. Look, I'm sorry, Peter should have caught the blood drop, and probably could have done it too. Does he need both hands and both feet to stick to this ceiling? Probably not. As it is, the blood drops to the floor, Norman hears it, and now we're supposed to swallow the fact that Peter ran across the ceiling, out the window, and underneath the balcony without making one noise. Green Goblin failed to remove Spider-Man's mask earlier in the film when he kidnapped him so that we could enjoy this scene of realization finally kicking in. And also to add about 20 minutes to the total runtime.
Those horrible yellow eyes.
Aunt May says just enough before Peter is thrown out to give him all the info he needs.
You're not Superman, you know.
DC Comics. Mary Jane is in some kind of danger.
Wait, was there a comic behind him?
You're not Superman, you know.
DC Comics.
Oh, I thought there was a
Mary
comic
Jane
like
is
on
in
the
some kind of
table
danger
next.
cliche.
Whatever, fuck it.
Die, the woman you love, or suffer the little children.
We interrupt the Spider-Man movie to bring you the hero has to choose moment from Batman Forever.
We're gonna bring the barge right onto you!
Most convenient barge in the history of barges. Well, that took forever. Also, Green Goblin wastes everyone's time, including the audiences, by not having some bombs ready for this scenario. Oh, bullshit already. She's not Spider-Man, right? Someone has amazing timing and aim to hit the goblin underneath the bridge like this.
You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us!
New Yorkers band together in a crisis cliche. Finally. Ow, okay. One more bomb, right? One more bomb. Oh, you're gonna monologue now, aren't you? Spider-Man suddenly shows strength that he did not show through this entire fight because Green Goblin threatened MJ. Villain's arm thrusts through the rubble and or nuclear waste cliche. As we watch Goblin summon his glider into this mess, I start wondering, where is that sleeping potion he used earlier? Fuck, that was a good weapon.
Fuck, that was a good weapon.
Earlier. Fuck, that was a good weapon.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
Dude, this is like the millionth time you've opened your mouth and let Spider-Man live.
Oh.
Even though Goblin's glider was clearly shown to have been within inches of his face, he's still allowed to say "oh" for laughs before the glider warps back into the screen. Norman Osborn just happens to get buried in the same cemetery as Ben Parker. Right, because you recognize the kiss, but not the voice. That completely makes sense.
Okay, alright, fuck off. Alright, you know what? 3 minutes in the kit with... Nah, dude, fuck that. Nah, fuck that. Alright, look, I'll give him like, maybe like 20 of them. I don't know how many times did I... Every time I like, you know, put my finger up, that's probably like a valid one. You know what I'm saying? I honestly didn't keep count, because I can't be fucking asked. But like those are, okay, like I agree with those. And then there's probably like a couple in there that I didn't put my finger up, but I was like, you know what, you know, total, there's probably like 20. Alright? 115 can kiss my ass. What the fuck? Nah, this movie was cool. Oh shit, that's it? Yeah. No movie is without sin? Fact! Nah, because they just be on some bullshit. Look at this. Look. Look.
Who am I? You sure you want to know?
We haven't even met yet.
Nah, fuck you. Like, what? That's some bullshit. You can't give them that. Can't count that. Man.